Hello guys, welcome to another trading strategy. Okay, so this strategy is a boom and crash scalping strategy. Okay, make sure you wait and watch this video to the end because I'm going to teach you guys what you need to know about the strategy and how effective the strategy is, how it works, and everything concerning this strategy right here. I'm also going to give you guys the settings for the strategy, so stay tuned. And if you're someone that always want to get the settings of the strategy without watching what necessary, what you need to see before taking any trade with the strategy, then I will advise you to make sure that you relax and watch this video to the end. Okay, because I'm going to give you guys what you should do and what you should not do when using this strategy. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on post notification. Anytime we post new strategy, you guys will be aware. Okay, so with that being said, let's proceed with the strategy. Okay, so talking about the strategy right here, we first talk about how you can use this strategy, then we dive into the settings of the strategy. Okay, so for the beginners, and the strategy is also for you. Okay, so let me show you guys what you should know, because there's an indicator we are going to be using. The indicator which is in our main chart is the moving average, and the next indicator we have on our uh indicator one is the ADX, RSI, and 2 moving average. Okay, so that is the indicator. So now the indicator right here is the moving average in our main chart. Now these two indicator right here is the uh moving average, and this line right here is the ADX, and this line right here is the RSI line. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, how do you use this strategy? Now, let's talk about this strategy. Now, if you want to take a trade with this strategy, we are going to be using the 80 levels. Okay, so talking about the 80 levels, then because we are on boom, so we are going to be using the 80 levels, and if you are on crash, we are going to be using the 10 levels. Okay, so now let's talk about how you can use this strategy. Now, to use this strategy is very simple. First thing you need to see is that whenever you want to take a trade with the strategy, you firstly want to see the post moving average line right here to come outside the ADX line. Okay, it has to move outside the ADX line, which you can clearly see it right at this area. So after I move outside the ADX line, it also has to move outside the RSI line. Okay, so when that two conditions have been met, then the next thing you are waiting for is to wait for it to cross. Okay, so this is where the cross happens. You can see how it cross each other right here. So this way cross each other. Okay, so let me bring that this way cross each other. So after you see this crosses right here, then the next thing you want to do is you want to now go into your main chart. Now, what do you want to see in your main chart is a candle close below the moving average right here. Okay, so once you see a candle close below the moving average, which is this candle right here, so this is the candle that close below the moving average. Once you see that candle, you wait for another 3 candles. Okay, so this is the candle you're going to be waiting for. This 3 candle right here is the candle you're going to be waiting for. After your entries, you're going to enter at this candle right here. So that is where your entries will be, and then you are targeting 50 candles with this strategy. Okay, so you don't have to be scared with the spike. This is just a minor spike, and you can see this does not come close to your entries. Okay, so catch your 50 candles and then you close your positions. Okay, so that is how you can use this strategy. Okay, so let's go to crash. So I can show you guys another example. Now let's go to crash 1000. Now in crash 1000, we are going to be using the 10 levels, okay, which is this level right here. So how do we now take a trade? First thing we want to wait for the first moving average right here to come outside the RSI line. Okay, when you come outside that RSI line right here, then the next thing you wait for is the cross. Okay, so the cross happens right at this area, which you can clearly see the cross right here. Okay, so this is where the cross happens. So after you see the cross right here, then you are now going to be looking at your main chart. Now, what do you want to see in your main chart? Now, you want to see that a candle. So you're going to see a candle close above the moving average, which you can clearly see it right here. This is the candle that close above the moving average. Once you see this candle, you wait for another 3 candles, which is this 3 candle right here. So after you wait for this 3 candle, and then you are entering your trade at this candle right here. So that is candle you're going to be enter your trade with. Okay, so that's how you can use this strategy to catch to scalp. Okay, so in the next video we're going to be talking about how you can use this strategy to catch spike. Okay, so this strategy is very simple and it's very straightforward strategy. You just have to follow the simple rules of the strategy. Okay, so that is how you can use this strategy. Okay, so let me give you one more example here, then we call it a day. And also remember, we have to make sure that we set uh this ISI line to 20 levels. Okay, so we can see it clearly when the moving average line cross outside the ADX line. Okay, so we can see it more clearly now. Okay, so that's how you can use the strategy. Now let's talk about the settings of the strategy. First thing you want to do is go to this icon that's seen on the top. So click on this icon, and this is where you are going to be adding all your indicator. Or so the first indicator is the moving average. So how do we add this up? We click on this F icon at the top, you search for moving average and click on it. Now for the moving average, the period is 30, shift is 1, method is simple, apply to close, and for the style we are going to be using the this color right here. So choose any color of your choice and click on save. Now moving on to the next indicator, which is the ADX. So how do we add this up? We click on this F icon on our main chart, we search for our ADX and click on it. Now for the ADX, the period is 137, and for the D1 we only need D plus D1 and plus minus D1. We don't need the style, we only need this color right here. So this color we are going to be using, as click on save. Once you do that, use any color of your choice. Now moving on to the next indicator, which is the RSI. So you just have to click on this indicator window and F plus, search for RSI and click on it. Now we don't need the parameters of the RSI, and make sure style big as a background color. You only need the levels of the RSI, which is the 20 and the 80 levels. Go back and then click on save, and you're going to have your line, your levels on your chart. Now moving on to the next indicator, which is the moving average. So how do we add this moving average up? We click on the indicator window and plus again, we search for moving average and click on it. Now for the moving average, the period is 10, shift is 1, method is simple, apply to close, and for the style, use the same color you use on your main chart. Then for the next indicator is the moving average as well. Click on this F icon again, search for a moving average and click on it. Now for the moving average, the second moving average, the period is 20, shift is 1, method is simple, apply the previous indicator's data, style, use the same color and choose any color of your choice. Now for the moving average, you can decide to change the color. Okay, you might not use the same color, you can decide to change the color or use the same color you use on your main chart. Okay, so that's the settings you are going to be using for the strategy. And for the zoom level, when you zoom out completely, just zoom in twice. Okay, and then you are going to get the zoom level you're going to be using for the strategy. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and also turn on post notification. Anytime we post new strategy, you guys will be aware. Thank you guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.